Yo, what's up everybody? This is Bullethead Beats. Look, I'm going to try to go over real quick how you load sounds or instruments in Keygroup in standalone mode on the MPC X or the MPC Live. A lot of people are still unsure how to use this feature or the benefit of it. But anyway, there's a massive pack out there, or it's an expansion kit for sale, and I guess a lot of us bought it last night. But the thing is, it's all of the presets from the massive VST instrument from Native Instruments. And a lot of people want to know, why would I want this? Because I have the actual VSTi or VST. But yeah, that's in controller mode. But when you're in standalone, you don't have access to any VSTs yet. Hopefully they'll, Akai will do something about that in the future. But anyway, what you want to do is when you're in controller mode, your MPC X Live or whatnot hard drive will show up in controller mode on the screen of your computer, or you have access to it in PC or Mac. And what you want to do is just drag all your sounds over in a folder onto that hard drive. Once you do that, switch to standalone mode. Once you're in standalone mode, of course, you want to hit an empty project. Alright, and the first thing you want to do is switch to Keygroup on track. Alright, once you're in Keygroup, alright, you want to find your sample. So you hit browse and you go to your hard drive. You hit place. My hard drive is labeled MPCX HD. So once I touch that, then I hit my samples folder. That's where everything is. So once that is done, all of my expansions and that massive expansion is in this particular folder, MPCX Instruments. So I double click on that, go down and find the massive folder. Alright, double click, or you can scroll through and hit select on the MPCX. Doesn't matter. Alright, I have a particular sound I was dealing with. Number 26. It's a bass sound that's kind of popular. And so you're able to audition any of these sounds. One thing I didn't like about this pack, is that nothing's categorized. It would have been much easier to remember where everything was or is if it was at least broken down into folders where, basses were in the bass folder, leads, etc. Or at least have the names of the sounds that were sampled from the massive instrument. But anyway, it's a start. So anyway, this is the sound I like, so I'm going to hit load. Alright, now I go to program edit. And I want to choose that particular sound, so I come here to samples. And when you're in samples, you just use the scroll button or knob to scroll through all the samples that you upload. And you can do as many as you want, but we only have one for the sake of this video. Alright, so we see that one selected. So we go back to program edit. And since we're in Keygroup, that particular sound should be loaded. So we go over here to the keyboard to test that out. Alright, and that is. The sound's loaded. Alright, one other thing I forgot to mention. Let me go back to this and to program edit. And one thing I like to do on those sounds is turn up my pitch bend. Turn it all the way up to 100. That way, and it's kind of hard to demonstrate holding a phone and not, but that way your pitch bend will work. So that's one thing you want to do. And like on this particular sound, I wanted to add an effect, low pass filter. So you come down to your filters, of course, or your effects, and we're going to add a low pass on it. Real simple. Now that particular filter, we want to pull it up, and it only has 2 different controls. So I'm going to adjust the frequency to taste. See, I did that to take some of that bite out of the beginning of that sound. I don't like that sound. I just like it, the way it is with the filter on it. But anyway, come back to program edit. I mean, basically, that's all it is, man. I mean, you can actually do this with any particular wave sound, whether it be a drum sound or a sample loop or a sample chop, or in this case, just a wave of a sound from a preset, from any VST or any source, So in standalone mode, that is, you know, highly beneficial because you don't have a lot of sounds. You don't have your VSTs available, and a lot of people don't have, you know, external keyboards. Now I have the Advanced and I have a Roland Juno G, but I mean, even that with the Juno G, man, I mean, you get tired of the same sounds over and over in standalone, and that board is kind of dated. I mean, it's good for you know, some of your sounds. You know, some things I do use on it, but a lot of things I don't really use on it anymore. I'm actually thinking about getting rid of it, but anyway, that's another story. Hopefully this helped everybody out, man, and you know, hopefully you got a better understanding of what to do with these sounds in standalone and how to use Keygroup. All right, peace.